Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 55. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Well, it's been a trying year for everybody, but the tradition continues. Super Bowl 55, away we go from Tampa. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Yeah, we dominate today.
A hole to dig out of here. Second and 17. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Second and 6 at the Texans' 23-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
34-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
22-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's a give to Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
The tackle by Melvin Ingram. No gain on the play.
Now Allen going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35.
Man, that was
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A gain of 7.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's a gain of 10.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 14, Texans nothing.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 14. Shift. Watch the shift.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now a give right side. Muhammad. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another 1st down. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21. Texans.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jordan Phillips just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now here's Ross. A Good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
At the 28-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Second and inches at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Throwing is Allen on third. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Key 26, key 26.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted by the
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 34 yards, and the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
3rd down.
They go again with Muhammad. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Room here to run. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Intended for Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. 3rd quarter of action, Super Bowl 55. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Here's a 2nd and 10. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
He's brought down by
a big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards on the ground. On first down, here's Love. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Allen now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Running to start the drive is Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans cut into that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Darnell Savage on the tackle. It's a gain of 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad, and a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 34. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
It's a pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 36-yard line.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
At the 42-yard line.
All day. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. John Ross with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.